Sex spies from China and Russia are now emerging across the U.S. to try and steal the country's technology and state secrets. A former CIA operative saying he's seen firsthand how these spies use honeypot tactics to compromise their targets. The National News Desk, Jeff Harris, joining us. So these, quote, sex spies, they're not necessarily new, Jeff, but these reports indicate that they are now targeting a different group of people. Break down what we know.
So tech industry leaders across the entire country are now speaking out, saying they've recently been approached by would-be honeypots or spies as part of a, quote, sex warfare operation by China and Russia, all aimed at stealing American technology secrets. One of the many men recently targeted, James Mulvenon, works at Pamir Consulting, which provides risk assessments for American companies investing in China. Mulvenon telling the Times of London, quote, "I'm getting an enormous number of very sophisticated LinkedIn requests from the same type of attractive young Chinese women. It really seems to have ramped up recently." A former CIA operative, J. Michael Waller, says he's seen firsthand how China and Russia are using honeypot tactics to steal U.S. secrets and even compromise politicians, pointing to an encounter he had years ago at a work event in Poland after a woman approached him saying she worked for the Polish government.
She kindly invited herself up to my room. And then I looked at her and I said, no 25-year-old woman is going to want to be hanging around me for that kind of thing. You're a spy.
Waller says he then alerted the authorities, who threw her out of the country. But what he encountered is a form of psychological warfare, the spies messing with people's heads.
They do the pickup part, the making them feel important part, the playing to their ego part. Who's the lonely geek behind the computer who doesn't have a life? Who's the lonely bureaucrat who doesn't have a life?
Now, one notable honeypot case involves Democratic California Representative Eric Swalwell, who was targeted by a suspected Chinese intelligence operative named Christine Fang. Swalwell cut off contact with her in 2015 after the FBI alerted him about its concerns, but the incident led to widespread controversy, specifically about his position on the House Intelligence Committee.
This is how in-depth the Chinese are at spying on America, of wanting to know, of stealing our secrets. And the Intel Committee is different than any other committee. This is where America's secrets are kept. This is where the individuals are able to know things that other members are not.
Now, following an investigation, Swalwell was cleared of any wrongdoing. Meanwhile, the House Committee on Homeland Security warns the Chinese Communist Party has carried out over 60 espionage operations inside of the United States over the past 4 years. Reporting for the National News Desk, I'm Jeff.